Hi. How is everybody doing today? Sorry, my ashtray there is not supposed to be there. I wasn't paying attention. So, anyways, hi. How are you doing this evening? What time is it? 7 o'clock. So, yeah, it's evening for me. Right. So, whew, we're doing another request. I'm basically doing lots of requests. That's like all the posts that are going to be. So, if you have a request, like everyone's been doing, just go ahead and toss your request out there. And I'll definitely won't necessarily give you a time frame, but if I do, you can count on it. I'm gonna give it to you. So, and this one isn't like I said, it's not like a real one. This is like a side. This is what we play on the side. Like this is on auto loop, all right? This is what we're doing. And then when other people's not comments, but when other people comment and give me other topics, I slide them in between. So we're working now on Robbie's requests, and it says, how will you develop your spiritual gifts? Okay, and for those interested, after that, as I said, it's like a rotation. We're cutting in sacred means they, I don't know how you prefer. So they want to know, what are you destined to do in this lifetime? So it's like a destiny read. So if you're into destiny reads, that's coming next. I might do it tonight. I mean, it's only 7 and I'm doing a video today. I didn't really have a very productive day. I had nothing really going on. I met a cat today. Yeah, that's a fun story, but not now. So let me get you something to pick from. But yeah, if I end up like awake tonight or something, I'm gonna probably make that other video. But basically, that's the next video I make. It'll be tonight or tomorrow. So, how will you develop your spiritual gifts? Let me get you something to pick from. I'm gonna go with rocks because I don't know. Rocks are screaming to me right now about the spiritual gifts. I got this really cool if you're into rocks. Okay. I got this really nice solid ass piece of obsidian. Oh, it's some really nice obsidian. It's actually, it's my daughter's. They I don't know. They gave it to me to put at my desk. So I guess I have it here. But they're like, at any time I'll come back. I'm like, it'll be right here if you ever want it. I was like, thank you. But it's super sparkly, super pretty. It's like, oh, it's so nice. It's probably fantastic for scrying. But I don't scry. I don't know. That's the point. Scrying kind of like spying, but so is tarot. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe you can set your intentions the same way. I don't know. I'm just not. Scrying just doesn't got enough color. It's too. Like, I don't want to stare at that rock. I want to hold it and feel it and like know what the rock's been through. All right, I'm done with this. This is enough. All right, so this is just to clarify. Okay, how will you develop your spiritual gifts? Okay, I'm like Patrick Star. I gotta touch. Okay, I can't just look at it and be like, I don't know. So this is green adventuring. All right, kind of adventure do you got in this rock? I don't know, but I'm touching it, so we might find out. All right. How are you going to develop your spiritual gifts? I want to say through adventure, obviously, through learning. That makes me think automatically. Option 2 is tiger's eye. Wow, through experience. Oh, sorry. And then for the third one, we have, wow, fudge. Which one is this again? I can never tell when they come out like this because my lighting is such trash. Hold on. I have a burp coming too. I'm drinking soda again. Oh, I'm drinking Red Bull. I know. I'm supposed to not drink it, but to be fair, I make sure I don't drink it. What could this be? It looks like carnelian. Yep, it's definitely, yes. Okay, so this is definitely some carnelian, okay? So it's really like if I had a flashlight. Wait, I do got a flashlight. I have a cell phone. I mean, I'm not from a billion years ago. I just seem like it. I have a phone. Yeah, I work it like this because I got fingernails. Nobody gets that. Please skip to your option, by the way. We have green adventuring, tiger's eye, and carnelian. Please go ahead and make your way there while I do this if you're not interested in looking at it. Oh, is it gonna work though? Oh God, this is terrible. Oh God, this is terrible. This is not happening right now. Oh my God, it's like a sun. All right, this isn't happening. Oh, okay, no, this is the one I want everyone to see though. Oh my God, there you go. Wow, that's actually you're nailing it, Nikki. Here, hold it. And she holds, and she's failing. Oh no, the diabetes. No, no, not the shakes. All right, no, the pressure. All right, so yeah, you get to see it. Sorry, it's probably because I drank some Red Bull today. Like, I don't know. Caffeine is like super intense. It's like you got to take it in baby cans. Okay, barely ever. But so, what are your spiritual gifts for that one? I want to say, wow, I want to say looking within. If you stayed to that, I want to say that you're someone who's interested in like likes to see things through. I want to say, okay, like, literally likes to see through things. So I want to say insight and things like that. So that's just off the top of my head. I don't know. That might resonate. That might not. So now, if this is the official shuffle start, so if you haven't left already, now you can, I guess, whatever. If you're still here, stay. I don't mind. All right. What cards would I want to use? Spiritual gifts. Oh, we'll definitely go with some animals. Hold up. I really, no. Okay. Anything over five, all right? I'm making an official rule. Will I stand by it? Not necessarily, because some rules are meant to be broken. No, but I don't know. I definitely don't want nothing more than five cards ever by accident, even if it's by accident. Like, I don't know. That's just like how many cards are we? How many cards do we really need for this? Obviously, if you're new here, you don't know, but and maybe if you're not new here and you don't know, I definitely like to the less cards the better. So that means not necessarily, sometimes I get huge messages off of just like a couple cards. Like it just depends on what happens, right? But most of the time, and so it's like, the less cards the better. It's like the increased difficulty. Like I like to increase the difficulty here. Right? That's one of the reasons why I don't read tarot. I know that sounds crazy, but it's because tarot is, I mean, I read tarot constantly, but like on the sideline, I like to mix it all in like that. So it's like when I ever actually pull out the actual tarot cards, I feel like they're my cheat sheet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, anyone that reads tarot, it's been reading tarot for however long. Like you start to just like you just know it's like math. I try to explain it to people. It's like energetic math, right? You just see it and you already know it's like like reading algorithms almost, but it's in like a different way. And you're like, it's like, I don't know, it's so obvious. So it's like, I like to increase the difficulty. So it's like oracle cards and just work off of what I think. And it seems to be working great. It's connecting with a lot of people, and I really, really, really enjoy it because I don't know, these people, everyone seems to be very happy with it. It's giving them like insight and, things that they need to hear and want to hear and things like that. And I can dig it. I enjoy telling people those things. I'm like, I'm a crowd pleaser, okay? I'm a life path 3. I very much like to, cheer people up and also motivate them a bit, I guess I would say. If I go by my life path 3 number, like infos, I am jazz hands as I pull a hand card, so that's cute. All right. Authenticity. How will you develop your spiritual gifts? You have oneness. Obviously, the more, ow, I'm hungry. My tummy's hungry. Oh my, why am I hungry? I ate pizza. I cooked a pizza. Yes, me and my kid, we cooked pizza today. It was super good. Okay. Oh, the cat though. Okay. Pixar didn't happen. I pulled my camera out for this one. All right. I made a wish. All right. I made 50 wishes. I counted. I had 50 dandelions in front of my house right here that I could look out from my window and see. And they were all, I've been waiting for them. I was waiting for them to turn into fluff because they were all yellow and pretty. And I was waiting for them to fluff out. And then once they fluffed, I was like, I'm going in there with my poi and I'm going to blow like 50 wishes at once. I tell my kid, I'm like, hey, and they're like, what? And I'm like, listen, I'm about to blow off 50 wishes. think about something you want, think of some wishes, all right? And then I invite y'all too, because I blew them. I blew all 50 of those flowers, all right? 50 plus, mind you. I stopped at counting at 50. There was maybe like five more. But still, so yeah, any wishes y'all have made in the past bit, I want to say I'll let that, in my mind, I was literally including anyone and everyone that like really needs a wish. So I went out there and I was like, wishes, like the wish lawnmower, okay? And it's like I said, it didn't go too well. And then I came back the next day and did the other section of my yard, and it went much better. With I went in there with no preparation. I was like, I'm gonna do this, and no, it didn't work. But I was like, reevaluates, and then I was like, I need to lean in. And so I was like, you got this, you know how to do that. And I was like, oh shit. And it worked. I didn't film it though, I didn't think to. So then I'm like, today comes, and I'm like, one of those wishes that I had, I can say it because it fucking came true. You're allowed to say your wish when it comes true, but don't talk about it until it comes true. Okay? So, anyways, you gotta keep that shit to yourself. So, at least in my mind. So, thank you. What happened? So, yes, today, what happens? I'm sitting in my chair and I'm smoking and I'm like just hanging out. I had just posted my last video actually, like to get specific here. And I'm sitting there on my lawn, it's my lawn chair. It really is a lawn chair. I lay on it like it's a reclining one to like tan, and I tan. Yeah, I don't care. I put the oil on and I'm out there like, ugh, give me some sun. My medicine, my pills, like they're like no direct sunlight, and I'm like, I'm from Florida. You can't stop me, off me. And I mean, I don't do it every day, but I did. I'd be lying if I say I didn't go out there and enjoy it at least one day because I love to just lay in the sun. It could put me to sleep even. Okay. So, anyways, and yes, I've actually fallen asleep at the beach back in the day when I was younger. Straight up fell asleep on the beach in the middle of the afternoon one day. I was with a family, okay? I was in a family environment, so it was fine. But man, I was impressed. I was like, I actually fell asleep in public on a beach under a palm tree. Like, that's really nice. So, anyways, what was my point? I don't remember. Sorry, the thought has been lost. Maybe I'll regain it. Too much Red Bulls. That's what I said. I only had like a couple sips. I literally just opened it. I took like a couple little sips, and I'm like, mm-mm. And it's funny because I used to drink a whole lot of Red Bull, and it did not do a damn thing to me. The Lord. All right, what's the question? Hold up. Powerful gifts. Someone's got powerful gifts. I want to say, accidentally saying it. How will you develop your spiritual gifts? Interesting. I don't know. We shall find out. Definitely got authenticity and the thresholds. It's like pushing yourself. Push it to the limit. I really wish I wish I could remember what I was trying to say. Oh well. I know, I feel like that penguin right now. I'm just like sitting here. There's a penguin card. For anyone that's here, I'm just sitting here looking at the penguin. It's like looking like this. It's like trying to figure out like what's going on. Like I'm trying to remember what the hell I was talking about that led me to palm trees and beaches. Wishes. That's what it was. My cat. There you go. It's my cat. Yes, my cat. I claim it's my kitty. All right. I actually opened my door. I've said it in a video in the past. I don't know which one, but I was like, I want to open my door. And I said a dog. But I mean, let's be honest here. I was like, I'll take any pet. I was like, a dog is unrealistic. Okay. And I don't know. I expected a bird to be in my yard one day. I've taken care of like many baby birds and like fixed them up. Not all of them make it, but a good, 50-50. Usually they don't make it because they fell, so it's like they can't, they already got like a handicap. They're not really, I mean, I'm not a veterinarian, but I mean, definitely fixed a few of them, saved a few of them. That's nice. But anyways, miss those. Baby birds are annoying. They squawk, squawk, squawk. They never stop. But they're very rewarding because you feed them and then they shush. And you're like, oh, that's all it took was just to take care of you. Okay. And you don't cry. So, anyways, it's like I start to hear it as an alarm. But yeah, I opened my door today because it was nice out and it was cold actually. It was kind of cold, but it was very sunny. So I opened the door to let some nice cool air in. I like to leave my door wide. Why the fuck open? But I'm standing at it always. Like I'm in and out. Like I usually just poi in the front there. So because I'm out there, I'm like in and out poiing. I'm like whatever. But today a cat, as I'm sitting in my lawn chair, walks by and stops and starts pawing. Like my kid is the one who saw it. They were like, I saw like we kind of like stumbled upon it like simultaneously, but we're looking at it. It's like her look was what made me look, and we looked and we're like, is that a cat? And then she's like, that's a cat. And I'm like, what is it doing? And it's just looking at me through the fence. You know, it's looking at us, and I'm like, what do you want? What are you doing? Are you coming? Do you want to come and hang? I was like, I was about to smoke a joint. You want to come hang with me? And it literally started like trying to get in the yard. So I was like, I looked at my daughter. I was like, go get the turkey. And she's like, I'm on it. Okay. This cat was gorgeous. Okay. It literally looked like one of those tiger cats, like those real expensive ones. Okay. That look like a tiger. Oh my God, this cat's fur was so gorgeous. It has to be someone's kitty. You know, like it's not a stray. It's like one of my neighbor's cats. I've seen it around, you know, and I've seen that little critter. I'm like, oh my God. And it came into my house, okay? It walked right up into my home like it owned the joint. And I was like, are you serious right now? How do you get this out of here? It's kind of like when a bird flies into your house or a bat. Oh God. Yeah, it's like you gotta get rid of that. How did this happen? It was a sweet cat. It didn't do nothing. Just looked around and like it acted like it lived here or something. I was like, all right. I gave it more turkey. My kid cooked it some eggs. We Googled what we could feed it because like we definitely wanted to feed it. And I wasn't going to the store to get cat food. I'm not that interested. So we cooked it. Apparently some fried eggs with some meat. Apparently it's really good. Not fried eggs. Scrambled eggs. They didn't eat the egg, but they ate the turkey, lots of turkey. And yeah, it is so cute. I named it Raja because it looks like a fucking tiger, okay? And it's so cute. And I pet it. Okay, I'd be lying if I said I didn't pet it, all right? It came up to me. It's like we knew each other or something. Like it literally hung out with me, started hanging. I have a knack for that. I have a lot of critters seem to like to follow me. I don't know. They really like me. And my kids. So when we're together, man, we can really bring in the critters. I say you can lure in any little critter, and we just give it so much stuff. Anyway, so focus, breathe, calm, rest, stop, and just be. Now I think I'm done. Let me see. How will you develop your spiritual gifts? Okay, yeah. I was thinking of these earlier, and maybe one of those, and then I think I'm done. Yeah. So yeah, point is, wishes can come true because that was one hell of a wish. I did not expect that to happen. So now I feel like I got like a neighborhood pet. I don't know whose pet they are, and I'm not someone that's gonna like do something bad to anyone's pet. It looked not unhealthy. It looked very healthy, judging by the fur. My goodness, such a healthy cat. But it looked hungry, okay? It had a very small tummy, and it was like I could tell it was, sucked in. I took veterinary courses, so it's like I know certain things, okay? Don't question me, but I know certain things. And I was like, this cat needs to eat, and this cat needs to drink. So I don't know what's going on with that cat, but I think it's temporarily displaced or been. Maybe it's lost. Oh my gosh, maybe it's lost. Either way, it's still around here. I'll keep feeding it. Maybe I'll look on Kijiji. Someone might be missing because that'd be so sad. Maybe someone did drop them because I tell you, I live in the ghetto. This is where they drop pets. This is where people dump their pets. Not necessarily literally here, but in my life, in my world, in Miami, it's a known thing. That's where everyone takes someone's pet that they don't want and they dump it somewhere. So maybe it got dumped here. Oh, because it was super sweet. Like it had been, like it knew love and it knew people. It wasn't feral. It wasn't like a street cat. But man, it had the instincts of a street cat. That's what I'm saying. It was some really the patterns on it. Okay, so yeah, I filmed it. It went into my house and I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yes, Raja." I feel like they're. Oh, poor Raja. I really hope so. If that's the case, I'll try to find its home. Because that's really sad, man. I've lost my cat once. It had a blue eye and a green eye, and that motherfucker, someone stole him. Okay, because he was rare. And I nursed him, mind you. Okay, quick story time before I get started. Yeah, I was in my house, heard cats meowing nonstop outside, could not figure it out, right? And it's like meow, 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 like crazy, like a whole day of it. And I finally go out there, and it's a bunch of babies under a parked van. I never live in pretty neighborhoods, apparently. So in the side alley of my apartment building, there was an abandoned van, right? Like my bedroom window, when I looked out of it, there was an abandoned van down there. Okay. And there was grass too. But anyways, and we'd go in between there, and there was a motel there too. I lived next to the motel. That's true. I hated that motel. My room was literally red light special every night. But anyways, I went down there to investigator nader, and I turned on my flashlight, and it was baby kitties. They still had their eyes closed. They were so fucking tiny. They were literally like 3 weeks old at best, 2 weeks maybe. Oh my goodness. So what did I do? I mean, I was like, oh Lord, have mercy. I don't want to touch them because I know if I touch them, their mom's not gonna really like that because it like leaves a scent on them. So it's like you're not supposed to touch them. It's like the same thing with birds, like you know what I mean. But when a baby bird falls from the nest, the mom abandons it, so it's like you can collect it and help it. And if you don't, it's gonna die anyway. So it's like you just help it, you give it the chance. Anyways, so I take these cats and I'm like, oh my God, what do I do with them? I don't want to touch them. So I give it time and I watch them and watch them and watch them all night, and I hear them crying all night, all night, all night, and I don't know what the fuck happened. And by the time the morning comes, like I was too afraid to go back out there in the middle of the night. So I was like, I'll wait till the sun comes up. I was 12 at the time, 12 or 13. I was like, I'm waiting till the sun comes up. Sat there. I was up all night with those babies. Okay. Well, it was easy. I could stay up all night doing anything. I would watch music videos and listen to music all night long. This was back in the day when the box was on TV, okay, where you'd be able to call and request a song with like a 3-digit code, and they tell you when it's gonna play. Yeah, I never requested anything though, but I would just sit there and listen to everybody else's requests. But anyways, so I sat there all night, like paying attention to it. Sun comes up, I go right back down there. I was like, I can't leave you guys here. You guys are gonna die. It's been all day. And I collected them, and I kept looking and looking and looking for this mother, and I never saw them. So I assumed the mother died. Okay. Uh, Cats get hit by cars. I lived right next to a big, huge, like four lane like highway thing. So I think something happened to its mom. So their mom. So it was three cats. One was a pretty calico, one was an all black cat, and one was an all white cat. And they were absolutely the most cutest things ever. And they never shut up. They were like meow 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 meow. And I'm like, oh my God, you're talking again. And I went to the PetSmart, and when I went there, I got some baby formula for kittens, and I got a little baby formula for kittens bottle. I didn't even know this stuff existed. I just went in there hoping it would, and it was there. And I was like, hot sugar honey iced tea. I need to get this, and it was super cheap. It was like a dollar. So I was like, I got this. So and I go home, and that's what I did. I would go there almost every day, like and get a can or two, because I had no idea how long I was supposed to feed them that, and I didn't know how good it was. I don't know. I started stocking up once I realized it was going to be a bit, and then they grew up, and they and I gave one to my neighbor, and I gave the other one to my grandmother, and she named it Melissa, and and I kept the white one. I gave the black one to my neighbor, okay, and she loved it. Oh my God, that cat got to live the life of luxury, okay. And the one that I gave to my grandmother, oh my God, she spoiled that cat rotten, and that one was the runt, so it had a lot of medical issues. So it went to the absolute perfect person for that because she spoiled the hell out of that cat and took it to the doctor every time. I mean, she was that one that takes it to the vet all the time, and every time it needed something, I mean, and it was expensive, and that was really cool. And then the one I had got stolen. All right, how terrible. And it was the coolest one. Okay, it had one blue eye and one green eye. Like, what? Was it maybe blind in an eye? I don't know. It seemed just fine. He was hella cool. His name was Pinkerton. Okay. Okay, Pinkerton. And yeah, he just disappeared one day. I'll never get that cat back. Poor cat. I miss it. So, end of story. Okay, if you were here for that, yeah, I don't know what the point of it was, but it's a story of mine about cats and how I took care of those cute little baby kitties. I don't know. What was the point? Don't remember. All right. So, hi, how are you? I'm back. All right. So, we have how will you develop your spiritual gifts? Okay, let me take a sip because I just had a long-winded story about cats. Okay. So, option one, it's the green adventuring. Okay. And option 2 is the eye of tiger, the tiger's eye. And then option 3 is this carnelian. Okay. And it's pretty see-through. Hold on, my ears itching. It's pretty see-through, but it's got a like it's really pretty. And I'm not pulling out the flashlight again. That was a flop. That did not work out for me. Right? I mean, I kind of got it, but not satisfaction with that. So yes, go ahead and pick your option, and I'll see you at your pick. Okay. Right. Okay. Option 1, green adventuring. Okay, for how will you develop your spiritual gifts? Now, my initial reaction was through adventures, like through doing, all right, definitely through doing stuff. So if you're someone not doing anything, something with that eclipse that happened on Wednesday, all right, that eclipse was very important in the whole world, all right. It definitely causes, I want to say, a ripple effect. I love saying the ripple effect. So yeah, it's causing something astronomically to for everybody to for something. I'm not sure. I didn't look into it, so it's like I have absolutely no perception on it. So I can't even go into it, but I definitely know what it's capable of. Does that make sense? Anyways, so green adventuring, it's like, I want to say green is about the heart, and authenticity is about the heart too. So it's like, and it's green, it's like the same colors. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you might be someone that stays inside and thinks a lot, I want to say. They're the same colors, like literally the same exact tones. And I feel like your spiritual gifts are obtained more by going out. I want to say in nature, even water, trees, anything, nature. I want to say even the snow, even the cold, because being surrounded by snow, it's a bunch of frozen water. Okay, think back if any of you have ever watched Airbender or Avatar, right? It's still a bunch of freaking water everywhere. So it's even more so. It's like you're in a lake. Okay, so yeah, like that's how, so maybe during, I want to say during winter time, that's for most people. In the like in the wheel of astrology, like the winter months are supposed to be spent in self-reflection. Okay, this is making me think of Pisces because it's making me think of 12th house because it's making me think of December, which is making me think of the winter, which is making me think of the snow, and also making me think of Christmas, which is making me think of gifts. Okay. All right, yeah. Oh, wow, look, and you got adventure right here. So I guess we're gonna go on an adventure and transform underneath. So you probably have not ever been on an adventure, I want to say, but you are someone, the Lord and the lady, I feel it, and the gentleman with the lady in between. Hold the phone, okay? We have the Lord, and then we have the gentleman. The Lord is like I want to say, a mature man, okay? A mature woman, maturity, refinedness, I want to say. Everything you seek, an emperor slash empress, a king slash queen, okay? That's what that is. And then you have a literal king slash queen, okay? The lady, which is obviously those two pairs, the Lord and the lady. They are like the pair. And then you have the gentleman, which makes me think of like a gentleman caller. Okay, so that makes me think, okay, this is like a love story. So, what is your spiritual gifts? I mean, how are you going to develop them? Through love adventures, okay? And you're probably like, no. Okay, protection. Strong protective magic for family and the home. You're probably like, no, I put bars on my doors. If you heard my story about how I left the door open and let my cat in, you're probably like, how the fuck did you do that? What is wrong with you, lady? And okay, so yeah, you that might be your thing, but to develop your spiritual gifts, because we're trying to develop them. And so whatever you've been doing hasn't been developing them clearly. Okay, or else you'd have them developed. So, first and foremost, I want to say come out of some isolation. Isolation is part of it, though, but you have to go out, get experience, know that you're protected during these experiences, and then you go back into isolation and reflect on all those things. Kind of like with a retrograde, what is it, the Mercury retrograde? Like, like you reflect on some things during that time. And then when you reemerge, you're more grown up, I guess, and you got more spiritual understanding and grounding. You got more stuff going on. You got more clarity, more spirituality, I want to say. But you have to go out and live it in order to know it, I want to say. Kiwi, do a walking meditation each day for the next week. See what I'm saying? I'm saying to get out the house. All right. Going on walks. I want to say that's probably going to give you thought time, but while in public. So it's like you can't actually just sit there and be in thought. You have to like, I want to say that's what it is. You need to strengthen your ability to go in and out of focus, if that makes sense. It's like you have to figure out, this is specific. There must be, you must have a spirit guide here with you because this is one hell of an info that I'm catching. Basically, you have to be able to, because we're doing authenticity here. So that's with oneness. This is likely going to resonate with a lot of the pals. But your angle to gain oneness and to get this is by going out, I want to say, and going on adventures and not being isolated. And it has to do with romances, okay? Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, like it's going out there, I want to say, and meeting people, all sorts of people, experiencing it, like serial chatting, if you will. If you're someone who doesn't, because this is during, what times we have. So it's like people aren't really getting together like that. So it's like, you know, what was I saying? Yeah, people aren't really getting together like that. So it's like this might be online, even any type of getting to know people, getting out there. I was like, I guess getting out there in the social scene. Maybe you're socially uncomfortable because we got third house here. That's about going out, okay? Literally, like community, your house, talking too, writing, expressing, things like this. All of this is going to help you, okay? And also being, I want to say, like I said, a little more like a little bubbly, more like not so serious, like being more open-minded. There you go. Okay. Work through your fears. So as I say, this might be a fear of yours. You might be social, you might have some type of social anxieties or whatever. Okay, so that's what it is. They're going to probably dangle love in your face to get you to do it. They're going to make you someone that wants love really, really bad, but doesn't really want to go out and find it. And then they're going to give you the excuse to. They're going to be like, you're going to want to go out and find it. So that makes me think you're going to meet someone and it's going to send you on a transformation, okay? And then adventure. And on transformation, it says emerge with beauty and grace from your cocoon. So that's more about what I said about the whole year being a cycle, okay? Where the summer times are times for you to go out and get some experiences. The fall times are for like, time for you to give your thanks. And then the winter times are for time for you for self-reflection. And I want to say isolation. It's time for you to actually be alone during those times. More so, not literally, but like you're not supposed to really be going out all the damn time. You're supposed to be kind of staying home and being a homebody. And then spring comes and you start to kind of go back out there again and grow new things, start new things and new projects and stuff. And then summer, you're supposed to experience those projects. You're supposed to start them in the spring and then have fun with them in the summer and gain all this experience and stuff from it. And then fall comes, you're supposed to reflect kind of on it and start cooling your jets somehow and giving thanks for like all the experience and like having the cycle take place, like, oh, like the roller coaster, and then you go self-reflect and you get your knowledge. There you go. Like you end up getting knowledge that's going to pertain to your spiritual gifts. It's going to help grow them and build them. The destroyer, hold up. I want to say you destroy relationships. You're someone who doesn't really, you're very isolated because you're so authentic. Okay, I feel like you're sassing me right now. Pump the brakes. Okay, don't sass me. I'm not the one to sass. Don't ever sass me. I'll out sass you in 2 seconds because I can talk extremely fast. If you can believe it, I actually slow down for videos. And there is times when I speed up and I'm like, shit, calm down. So yeah, no, you don't want to go there with me. But the destroyer, because I'm on your side at the end of the day. Just remember that. And I'm just a messenger. So if I say anything you don't like, it's not really me, it's the cards, and I'm just telling you what they say. All right. If you want to go toe to toe to me, I'm going to go a lot. I'm going to say I'm going to go a lot deeper than these cards. I'm going to poke you where it hurts. So it'll fuck with me. So the destroyer, I guess I am the destroyer right now. Sorry. All right. That's actually me sassing you. That's not energies. That's all me, baby. All right. So anyways, the destroyer. I want to say psychedelics, okay? But understand, psychedelics and any type of substance, all right? It definitely gives you insight and it helps you tap into your inner selves and things like this. But you can't use it to do it, if that makes sense. So if you're someone that likes those things, that's why you like them, because it's helping you gain experience. If you're someone who naturally didn't like them, but you do it for it, then that's kind of like cheating. That like in developing, you can't really cheat when you're trying to develop. You can't have holes like that. So know how you you take your substances. Like me, I smoke a shitload of weed, but I don't smoke it for this. That's the you know how many times I sat around reading cards dry as a bone. Like, come on, it has nothing to do with this. Like, you know what I mean? Make sure that it's not actually like the reasons why you feel like you have your insight. Make sure it's like actually giving you something, not it doesn't like don't let it have a power. Like don't make yourself think that it's what gives you your power because you're definitely more powerful than that. You don't need that. Unavailable. Yeah, you're an unavailable person. That's what the destroyer is. I must be spot on about your isolations. Okay? Wife in reverse. You might be a divorcee, all right? Or just someone that's coming out of a really bad relationship. And with love, I want to say that they dangled it in your face. I want to say that was part of your spiritual growth somehow. Threshold in the corner. So I want to say in the corner of your mind, you still think about marriage. So if you're someone who's never been married, you in the corner of your mind, you definitely think about it. And if you don't know it, it's part of your spiritual gifts. So it's like you didn't develop it yet. You didn't discover that part of you yet. It's here though. It's on the table. So threshold's a part of your life, all right? So then we got the birds. And now that's communications and talking and sharing stories, you know? I want to say good stories, bad stories, authenticity. You're authentic at the end of the day, all right? Don't be afraid to, I want to say, tell your tales. No matter how lavish they are, who gives a fuck if anyone believes it, right? I took video footage because I want to look back on that because I cannot believe how cute that was. And that's like I'm someone that really likes to collect memories. I'm a memory person, okay? So I like to hold memories and have little tidbits and memories and things like this, and I love it. And so maybe that's what helps me. And because I'm mentioning it, maybe that helps you. Collecting things helps with something with your memories. It makes you feel good. You might be shy about that. Maybe you have a collection about things. Like you collect things, okay? And you don't tell people, like you have a secret collection of things. I don't know. But that right there is something for you with memories, okay? And then the ninth house, okay? Sagittarius, Jupiter, big, 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 big. So what is that? How does that pertain to your spiritual gifts? Okay, as if it or they came from all there is. Okay, let's make me thinking of a higher learning. Okay, and then the philosophies of laws involved. Do it in a big way. Philosophies. That's what I'm saying about this. Right next to the birds cards. So it's like I want to say really. I want to say deep conversations. Okay. Deep conversations, okay, about spiritual values, long range thinking or traveling. That's making me think of astral projection. So it's like, and what is to be shared? And I want to say secret keeping, okay? So to develop, I guess I want to say that's making me think of moral values, what is to be shared. So it's like you need to develop a stronger or like understand that when I say this, I mean this from the starting point. You could be anywhere in your journey. So just if you're not at the beginning of this and it's something you know you're working on, then don't feel like I'm cutting you down. I recognize that you're somewhere on the spectrum, okay? So it's saying spiritual values and what's to be shared. So it's like you're trying to, I want to say, improve your judgment. You need to improve your judgment. Like I want to say focus on it, okay? And learn to be more quick judging. Like work on your judgment skills. You know what I heard? I heard that it was an article I read that it said that people that play first person shooters, they have they're something with their minds. They have the reasons like people that play them well, I want to say. Okay, not necessarily the aiming portions, but definitely like just the fundamentals of it. You know, you obviously have to aim to get the job done though in those games. So it's like there's aiming takes place too, people. So there is skill involved. But it's like it's saying, dang it, I remembered. Yes, they said that they're able to make snap judgment decisions, life or death decisions, all right? Like they're able to fucking do it and they're able to do it well. So they succeed in these games, okay? Because of that. Because they're able to make good this that means your instincts. You need to work on your instincts, definitely. Your instincts are very, very on point and you need to start following them. Okay. But something about like learning what and what not to say. That makes me think of talking. Stop being afraid to blurt things. I want to say blurt things out wrong. Don't worry about that. That's like a fear of yours, maybe to blurt out the wrong things or maybe to stutter or something like this. They're saying, don't do that. Don't let that get in your way from expressing yourself. I have this one tarot reader that I watch. She looks like she's like 16 years old. Okay. She looks like a little kid and she talks with a very deep lisp, and she's from across the seas. She's from somewhere in Europe. I would say like I don't know, England, Scotland, Ireland, somewhere in that area, right? And she's got a really heavy lisp, and it mixed with her accent. Coming from where I'm from, the accent is tough enough, but I'm like, and I can understand her perfectly. She doesn't let that stop her. She's got many people that just love her videos, and she helps them so much. You know what I mean? I watch just a few of her videos here and there. I enjoy her. She's very nice. It's very rare that she actually has a video that like, that I want to actually watch, not because she doesn't do anything great, but because um it just doesn't, the topic doesn't pertain to me. When you're someone who does nothing, like what topic really pertains to you? That's why I do those strange ones like 48 hours and stuff, because it's like it's more fun, because it's fun for someone like me who doesn't really got love or anything exciting going on. I just kind of have my own little solo adventure going on in my yard. Okay? So, and I'm having fun, okay? Coming from what I've been through, I'm just having fun. So it's like, but there's not a lot of people, I guess, living like that. So it's like the topics, you know what I mean? I don't ever get to really watch her. But point is, don't let what you say or what you think say or like don't, you know what I mean? Don't worry about oversharing, undersharing. Like stop letting that hold you back or make you overthink things. Okay? Yeah, something about your philosophies. Maybe you got a lot of theories and philosophies and things like this, and they're saying to talk about it more, okay? That's going to develop it for sure. Yeah, the bear card. So yes, I want to say on times, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You're going to have to be able to rotate, okay? You're going to have to be able to know when to speak and when not to speak. That's more about your judgment. So it's not about, so I had to give you a little pep talk about your speech for the ones that here that needed it. But overall, you're going to need to know when and when not to talk, okay? The destroyer, I want to say you're like me, maybe. That's what it is. You'll pop off. And you need to learn to control that. Straight up. Learn that it's like your sword of truth, so don't pull it out on anyone unless they really fucking need it. Teach. Yeah, I want to say you teach through that, though. You teach others through what you say to people, okay? But know that not everyone's worth teaching, and everything expands energy. So every time you might sass them and they deserved it, it's like, yeah, you definitely probably taught them a lesson. But you exerted X amount of energy to do it, and at the end of the day, if this person's empty and they can't absorb that lesson, then it was wasted energy. So try to understand that that destroyer that you have in you is very potent, like the Scorpio here, the work through your fears. Okay, maybe you have a fear of people pushing you around, or what I mean, not standing up for yourself, so you always make sure to do it. I'm saying that's fine, but know that 99.9% of the time that person ain't worth 2 seconds your time, okay? And you'll likely never see them ever fucking again. So it's like there's just no point, okay? Teach. See it as a teaching moment when you do it though, if you haven't already, and know that. And it's extremely powerful, because I feel like whatever you say off the very top of your head to someone, just even accidentally, cuts through them like a knife, and it just really pierces them down to their soul, I want to say. So it's, yeah, fire. Okay, the element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion, and positive transformations. We have transformation twice, and we have the Scorpio card, so that's like 3 transformations. Okay, so I want to say your commitment's being tested in all this. So it's like, do you want to develop spiritual gifts? Do you not want to develop spiritual gifts? Like, I feel like that's what Spirit here is asking you today. You want to do this, or don't you? All right. Triple Moon Goddess, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divinity and the earthly. So recognize that you are something special. You're earthly. You're something grounded. You're from Earth, okay? And you're something special too. You have greatness in you. Okay, everyone does, but you have to see it in order to unlock it, I want to say, in order to recognize it. That's that authenticity. You should already know this, and this, and if you haven't done this, this is definitely humming to you. All right. Water. That's like fire and water, but balanced. All right. Fire and water. Fire and water. They put each other out. Right. Fire will dry up water, and like too much fire will take away all of your emotion. That's why I said you'll end up being a nasty person. You'll get drowned out by the fire. And if you have too much water, you won't have any fire. You'll just end up being an emotional wreck, and people just take advantage of your heart. I want to say with the love card here and her being blind. Yeah, you know this. Like you're someone who likes to sit back and think, I want to say. So it's like you already done learned all this. So you're like, I gotta balance it out. So you're trying to figure out how to, like, I feel like you're down your spiritual path for the majority of you. Like, you guys are well into it, all right? In a big way, like, I feel like y'all have been working really hard and doing all sorts of things, working through all sorts of fears, okay? But what parts were missing that you didn't know? I want to say going, like, if you're someone who's been going out there, that's what makes me think of this eclipse. Like, things are changing up in everyone's lives. There's like a flip, like a Freaky Friday type thing, I think. So it's like, if you've been going out and doing a bunch of stuff, it's time for you to go inside and reflect. Fuck what time of year it is. They're saying it is now. Like to develop your now you've went out and gained a bunch of experience, and now it's time to internalize it, okay? And know it because it's something for you. It's to build your intuition, okay? And if you are someone who's been staying inside, they're saying, okay, you've got your thought process. Basically, you've managed your destroyer. You've managed, you're cool as a cucumber, okay? You're water. Water, if you're a water sign, you likely stay home. If you're a fire sign, you like even going out. That's what I'm saying. When you're in your water, you need to recognize that you're in a water state sometimes where you need to be home. And then you're in a fire state sometimes where you need to be out there and being passionate and doing things, okay? Burning trails, yelling at people, teaching people, slapping them with karma, whatever, right? And you need to be able to rotate through those. This is about like the triple moon goddess, the maiden, the mother, and the crone, which is like about being able to traverse through all three aspects of like womanhood, I want to say. The male version only has two for some reason, but I don't know why. I didn't look into it because I'm not a man, so I didn't go that far that day. It was only like in a lot of my lessons. I go on train rides and I learn things, and then like the train stops, and I either get back on it someday or don't. But it's at the station, for my learning train. Okay. So it's like, yeah, you need to be able to balance through that. You need to be able to pull out your destroyer card when it's the appropriate time. And I mean, you need to be able to get fired up. Like, you need to get that fired up. And then you also be able to cool yourself down. And I want to say, I can't necessarily tell with this bear card. I feel like you're blocking me out there. I can't quite pin what what aspect you're angling from. So it's a whole bunch of y'all, all right? Okay, anemone. One, one, one. Oh God, this one. Okay, this always makes me sound like a play on words, like it's saying I am the one or something. One. I am one, like one. I don't know. I can't read it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Optimism. Yeah, I optimistically try every single freaking time though. Look up and look brightly. So I want to say that's what I said. Pick your head up and start paying attention to what's going on around you. Start taking in your experiences. The Kiwis got their head down. So if in the beginning you were like, I do go out, but they're saying, yeah, you go out, but you keep your head down. So they're saying, pick your head up like this penguin. Pick that head up, okay? Look up and look brightly. All right. So yeah, work on your authenticity. And a lot of your experiences are going to be through people. Romance, I want to say for some of you, okay, romance specifically, because this is all like, who do I choose? This person or that person? There's one person in the middle. Like there's, you know what I mean? So, and strict, like you're being too strict on yourself. Yeah, you need to make the right connections. You need to start talking to people. And that's why I said getting people experience too. You need to listen to other people's experiences. Okay. That's what I was thinking about here. It's saying like, that's why I said storytelling. Tell your story no matter what. And other people will tell theirs. And then you heard their story, they heard yours, and this is going to give you stuff for your spiritual gifts, okay? And then the next one is your ideas, short-term thinking and trips, and who or what is around you. So, I said, start going on walks and looking around who or what is around you, paying attention to people. I want to say it's strangers, meeting strangers. I meet a lot of strangers. I don't talk to no one, but when people talk to me, I pick my head up sometimes 50-50. And I pick my head up and I look at people and I wave to them or whatever. And basically, like, I they end up talking to me like if I'm at a bus bench or something, like people start conversations with me all the time. And you would not believe the stories that I hear from these people. And true or not, I take the lessons, yeah, it's like they teach me through that story. So you never know what you're going to teach through your story. So always share your stories, even if they're dumb. Like my cat story, that's probably not going to give anyone anything, but maybe a giggle. But it still gave someone something. But you never know, right? You never ever know. So who or what is around you? So that's why I said picking your head up and keeping a look around. Short term thinking and trips. Stop overthinking on things. I want to say start small, start going on walks. You can keep your head down the first few times you start doing that, but eventually start to learn to pick your head up more, 50-50. Don't be afraid to keep your head up. And when you pick your head up, try not to be so in your fire. Like, when you have your head up. Like, if you're like me, you end up picking your head up and you look like you're looking at someone like you're about to kill them. And it's like, no, I've just been through things and I'm tired today. And it's like, I really have smileys. Okay. So then, but if I'm in a, you know what I mean? But if I'm in a water state, man, everyone loves me. I got smiles. But if I'm in my fire mood, I'm like, so it's like you got to be able to flow, right? And your ideas, share your ideas with people, okay? That's going to help you. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Yes, I've replenished. What's another swig of Red Bull? I'm ready. I'm ready to go now. All right. So, okay. Hi, option two. This is tiger's eye. It's got a real nice clean cut. It makes me think of the desert. Maybe you live in the desert, but it's making me think of it, definitely. Okay, you see how it's got those lines? You know how when you look at some like landscapes, it's basically what it is. Like you might live in a rocky area, the Rockies. Maybe you live near the Rockies. Either way, it's making me think of those types of scenes, where there's cuts in the dirt. What is that thing called? The I don't know, something with dinosaurs. So, how will you develop your spiritual gifts? That's making me think of fossils. Maybe I want to say through your DNA, you might already have some. In your bones, you might have your spiritual gifts through your bones. It's making me think of consecrations. So that's making me think of magic. So maybe I want to say maybe you're being drawn to go look into magic more. So maybe go do that. If you're someone who's against magic, I don't really get that vibe yet or anything like that. I'm just saying at least go check it out because it's a part of knowing things. If you're into esoterics or tarot or anything like this, spiritual, spirit guides, if you're into that stuff, you got to have knowledge. You can't be afraid to look at things that you might not like. So that's why I said you also got to be able to, I had the tiger. You can't be so, I want to say, so headstrong. That's what it is, like Rocky. You can't be so like that. You can't be so fighter. You got to be more open-minded, more melted, not so frozen and hard, and you know what I mean? Not so like that. And it's gonna, um, excuse me, it's gonna help you develop your spiritual gifts. Okay? Because you got to be able to open your mind to any concept being possible. You have to be an open-minded person, so you likely already are, but work on your open-mindedness. Elk card, that makes me think of a strict, okay, father figure type person. You might even be very religious, even, okay? Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with respect that you deserve. Like you're very noble, I want to say. So basically, that's definitely something for you, respecting people and treating them with respect. If you're someone who doesn't agree with that, like you're someone who's like, you got to earn my respect. This card's saying you need to get over that concept. You need to, yeah, with authenticity in the corner, we're trying to teach you how to be more authentic. So with that, it's like understand that respect is a concept, okay? And when you behave like that, in my opinion, and the cards is what's pushing me to say it, I agree with them. They're saying that that's like having a chip on your shoulder. Like everyone deserves respect. Put it in the other way, right? Don't you want people to at least maintain a specific amount of respect and dignity towards any human being? Like obviously you're a humane person. If you're digging into spirituality, you need to get more in touch with your humanity. All right? You need to start being able to see things from other people's eyes, I want to say. Yes, you might be very dignified, okay? And you might be a very good person, I want to say. But you got to be able to, I want to say, not be so closed off and only my way or the highway type person, okay? The camel looks like he's almost turning his back to that, all right? Yeah, like I feel like you turn people off if you behave this way, you know? And I want to say relationships are very much key to your developing your spiritual gifts. Okay, adventures in relationships, because we basically have a whole swirl of different types of, I can think of all sorts of stories just because we've got the Lord card next to the Lady card and next to the Gentleman card. And the Gentleman card is the Ace of Hearts, and the Lady card is the Ace of Swords, and the Lord card is like the Emperor slash Empress, and so is the Lady. So like there's a whole lot of third party situations. There's a whole lot of stories I can concoct off those three cards with adventure underneath it. Live wild and free. Who knows, right? But I want to say, if the elk card's here, you've either been living wild and free, it's time for you to get more elky, if that's a word. And if you've been very elky, it's time for you to get out there and be a little more out there, I'm going to say, because we're trying to develop your authenticity. And how do you develop authenticity, people? Experience. Okay. You can read about it all day in books, but you got to live it. Okay. The goose. Okay. That makes me think of Canada. Okay. Canada with the penguin. Okay. Maybe you're from Canada. All right. Those goose right there. Ah, I love those goose. I got pictures of those goose. I went on a walk a week ago. I took a few pics, and I took some pics of the goose. Oh, they're so fun. I don't know. They didn't come out the water. Anyways, excuse me. I'm sorry. I get too excited sometimes. Okay, platypus. You must really like animals, because I'm usually basically my energy when I'm doing just a reading like this. My energy is usually reflecting how you feel. Okay, that's why when I start getting a little upset, I'm like, hold on, don't get upset, because there's no reason I don't give a crap about none of this. This is all just me playing with my imagination. There's no emotion in me right now for this. And I mean, like I said, who knows how much of you are really going to resonate or even click this pile? It's like, for all I know, I could literally make a pile and no one ever clicks that one. Like, no one might ever. Can you imagine if someone was drawn to not click the pile? You know what I mean? Like, in the whole, like, the video of thousands of views go by, a year goes by, and no one ever clicked that one pile. That could literally happen. Like, that's a reality. Statistically, it can happen. So yeah, you got to get more in the mindset of understanding that anything can happen. Oh my God, it's making me think about Peter Pan. It's like you just got to believe. All right, you got to get more in touch into your beliefs. Okay, I want to say start understanding what you believe in. Take self-reflection and start focusing on what you believe. Okay, things that you believe. I want to say start trying to decipher truths from not lies from, you know what I mean, things like that, being able to interpret things better. Okay, take time and rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. And then we have platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. So that makes me think of gratitude and also taking time to rest. So that's why I said, if you're someone who's resignating, why do I want to say resignating? If you're someone who's resignating from being an elk, okay, they're saying that's fine. Like this is like some duality happening. It's like that's like the opposite. Like this is opposite world. So if you used to be sitting around and recuperating and not continuing any strife, they're saying it's time. And they're saying, but if you have been sitting around, if you haven't been, it's time for you to go sit down. And then trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. So that's why I said, like, you have to start learning self-trust, I want to say, and trust in the divine. You have to start, I want to say, getting in touch with the idea that there is someone up there that's higher than you. Okay? It's like I always say, no matter how good you are, there's someone that's better. Always, always, always. Okay? So who's ever really the best? You're simply the best. Because you might have people that are exactly the same, but then you might catch them on a bad day, and then they might catch you on a bad day. You know what I mean? All sorts of things take place. So who's really the best? It's up to it's how you interpret things. So yeah, be more open-minded, be more fluid with your thoughts. I want to say question yourself more. This is going to develop your spiritual gifts. Zebra, let go of your fear and know that you are safe and protected at all times. And then we have protection here too. Okay, so with the penguin card, it's saying like maybe you're afraid to be expressive, like zebra, because you're worried what people are gonna, how others are gonna treat you. We got the gentleman here, and he looks all bashful. They're saying you got to get over that authenticity. You're a born, I want to say a born leader. Authentic people are born that way, or it's just how it is. You're like this from day one. So realize that everyone wants to be like you. And that not literally, but everyone wants to be like you. So it's like, be you, all right? Subscribe to that. I mean, that's a really great thing. That like, be who you are because everyone wants to be like you. And if everyone's thinking that, think about how powerful that is. Everyone's being themselves and happy for it. And no one's really trying to ride anyone's coattails. Everyone's got their own authenticity going down because people struggle with it. And if you're someone who's struggling with it, that's how you're going to get to your spirituality. Authenticity, first and foremost step. Find out who you are, self-identity. And if you struggle with that, start simple. I said, look up life path numbers, look up birth chart, know your birthday and time for that. Read the reports. They're very informative. Just start there. Okay. A Fury climax approaches full moon in Aries. So it's making me think of zodiac signs pop out right after I start talking about that. So I want to say animals. Definitely spending time with animals is going to help you. I feel like you could maybe talk to animals. Like whenever I get a whole lot of animals out here, for some reason, it always makes me think of like skinwalkers and I mean, people that can astral project through animals, like what I mean, and see through their eyes because it's like almost like that's what this card's doing, like they're seeing through those eyes, and what I mean, like this elk card even is seeing through the eyes. So it's like I mean, I feel like you can maybe do something like this, or maybe that's what you're thinking of. So look more into that stuff. Learn, educate yourself. I want to say you're a Google, you need to Google things. You need to research. This is where you need to do. Okay, to start, you need to start researching. Why? Because I want to say you need a good database in your mind. You need a lot of knowledge. And if you're someone that craves knowledge, if you're someone that doesn't or does, that is what it is. New beginnings. If you did, get ready to, if you did, okay, let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So that's what I want to say, almost like checking out and leaving your old self behind, okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like starting new, transformation, live wild and free. So it's like I want to say free your mind, free yourself, free your mind, and the rest will follow, all right? Don't worry about who's looking at you. Don't worry about who's judging you. Don't worry about judging and judging and judging and judging. Like I mentioned about the concept of a higher being, okay? That's the only things that can judge you. And if you're someone who disbelieves that there's a higher being, then no one can judge you. So why be unauthentic? Why not be you? If no one's judging, right? If there's no one there that can judge you, if you're that untouchable, you know what I mean? So remember that. A child in reverse. I want to say not being too strict, not being immature enough. I want to say so you're going to end up on a journey that's going to change you. If you were being too immature, it's going to grow you up, and if you were too mature, it's going to immature you. It's going to, you know what I mean? Prepare for a change. This is what you need to do to enhance your spiritual gifts. See it as like you're at the halfway mark of your spirituality journey. This could literally be for you, it could be maybe a year only, and maybe you're 6 months into your, you know what I mean, who knows, you might be on the fast track, and you're where you need to be or where you want to be. Like maybe you feel like you need to catch up, like you feel like you're behind, like you're waking up or something, and you're like, I got to catch up. So yeah, Google those things. That's a great place to start. And then I want to say always follow your interest. This is my opinion, this isn't the cards, because that's how I learn the best, at least for my intuition. Just follow what I want to say inspires you. Follow the inspiration. Authenticity. You're extremely authentic. You are that deep down inside of you, in your soul. Everybody is, okay? So we're trying to open that up for you. No matter how open it's already been for you, we're trying to really bust that shell wide the hell open, all right? We're trying to have everyone like be like, whoa, when they see you, because we've broke you out of your shell. So maybe you need to break out of your shell. But we did that. We're doing that, right? So in order to do that though, oh darn, I lost the thought. Yeah. So anyways, clouds, clearing clouds and confusions, like I want to say storms too, and not I want to say the weather. There you go. Something with the weather. I want to say maybe meditating when there's rain, doing something when there's rain, okay? Candle work, like relaxing with some candles, um, listening to music. You know what I used to do when I was extremely stressed out like a few months ago? Like I got my wits end. It was like January. I was done, man. I was just like at the end of my rope and I had nothing to do. And I would just listen to rain on my iPad, and it was fantastic. Okay, it made me feel so fucking good. I felt like this platypus. It made me feel so good. I just sat there. I'd fall asleep listening to the rain. I made a playlist. It's all weather, and I got some thunderstorms. I got some rain. So maybe do that. Something with the relaxation that the sounds of nature will bring you will help you, I want to say, unlock some clarity moments. That's what it is. Okay, it'll cut the headlights on. Leadership, that's why I said authenticity, leadership. All right, maybe that's why you sassed me. We got the Leo card here. You got some strong Leo placements in your chart. Okay, leadership, the creativeness of you're very extremely creative. You're a born leader. You're born to do it. You know what I mean? And do what you want and do you what you want to. You know what I mean? Like Cartman, like, I do what I want. You know what I mean? You are that. So embody it. Self-confidence to create. You have confidence. Explore the confidence, okay? Taking on a chance. They want to see you take more chances, okay? Resulting from the impressiveness of, okay? So when you impress people, they're saying keep going with that. Ride the fires. Whenever you see you've impressed someone, go with that. Work with that. And then this is to help create self-confidence. And because you need some self-confidence apparently. And they're saying that the results will be impressive basically if you just do take a chance on this advice, and the results will be impressive. You might be someone that's like listens to like motivational speakers or something, and it's a self-confidence to create, right? You have this, and maybe you've lost it. You need to create something. That's part of your spiritual gifts is creating. I want to say creation. All right, so you're a creator at the end of the day. That's what so you're supposed to apply your authenticity towards your creation. So whatever it is that you do, if you make music, if you read tarot, if you play poi, if you strip dance, if you go to the Burger King, if you're working at Burger King and you're flipping burgers, whatever job you're doing, whatever task you got at hand, this makes me think of Capricorns, right? Maybe you got like Capricorn in your chart too, but you're doing it your way. And it's not for anyone else but you. That's the authenticity, all right? You're doing you at the end of the day. And it's not against anyone. You're not upset about it. Like if you're in a group situation and you don't want to do what they're doing, you're going to go and do what you want to do. If you're not, like, you might go with the flow sometimes. If you're not against it, you go with the flow. But at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. People don't persuade you. You follow your own light, you know what I mean? And because of the Leo energy, strong Leo placement if you're not a Leo. And this impresses people, mind you. And it also makes anyone that it makes angry know that that's like some type of nemesis for you in life. And you're supposed to defeat them and not literally, but point is, um, that's what it is. People see that in you. Oops, that's me messing with the heater. People see that in you and it inspires them. You inspire others and you inspire others to to be more like you. So if you're not like that, this is what your spiritual gift is to be an inspirer, okay? Someone that inspires people when they're lost. When they're lost and confused. So that's why I said this could be music, this could be anything that is created. Okay? I'm watching videos lately. They're pushing them on to me when I'm on my downtime because I listen to that's basically all I do is listen to music and make videos. I make videos, load them, and go listen to music while they load, and then come back. Like that's all I do, and eat and clean and all that jazz. But yeah, that's my pastimes is listening to music and reading tarot. But it's like the videos that they just recently pushed to me were ones where it's nothing but gameplay footage, all right? Like really nice gameplay footage if you're someone that appreciates that stuff. Right? It's really good. I don't play any video games. It's like I watch it like video game porn. Dare I say it's like video game porn. Okay, so I sit there and watch it, but they put it with some music and not everyone's got the touch, right? Some of them are really, really nice. And it's like the song don't even make sense to what I'm watching, but the way they edited it, you know what I mean? Maybe you're good at editing something, practicing your editing, you know what I mean? Spiritual, these are your spiritual gifts. So these are ways that this is why we're trying to improve it, because your spiritual gift is something that is to create. You're a creator at the end of the day, a solo creator. You're not a co-creator. I want to say you're not someone that ever is codependent. You're very empowered. You got the Lord and or the Empress, you know what I mean? The lady, Lord or the lady card. So right now you're at the gentleman stage. You're at the princess, prince, okay? And we're trying to get you into the king. We're trying to turn you into the elk. You got to go on this camel's journey, all right? To your road to authenticity. If you've already done the journey, we're skipping the journey. We've already discussed it mostly. But if you've already done this journey, you needed to find your authenticity. And what does your gifts do? I want to say they help people when they're extremely lost in life, and you help them get back on track, their track. You help them get authentic. You see what I'm saying? Your authentic, oh, here it comes. Your authenticity inspires others to be authentic, causing a ripple effect. Okay. So yeah, keep being you. Understand joy in reverse, I'm gonna say. You've been down lately. Okay? Maybe yeah, something's got you down. Something's put out your fire. Maybe you lost inspiration, something with the penguin. Okay, so how to develop more inspiration to contribute to your spiritual gift, how to get more fuel in your fire now. This is the questions that are popping in my mind. Cleanse. Okay, it's clear as day when you see cleanse, cleaning, cleansing, anything cleaning. But I mean, I'm thinking anything. A to Z, spring cleaning. If you haven't cleaned your house, clean it. Something about your magical space here. All right, let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. Clean your house from A to Z, dust it, you know what I mean? Like do your spring cleaning, get your laundry done, get everything in order in your home. Okay, create a joyful living space basically, and then cleanse yourself. Take a shower, shave your beard, get a haircut, shave your legs, shave your pits, shave your crotch, whatever, right? Shave your balls. It's okay. I don't care what you do, all right? But do your cleanse. And I want to also say, on now we're doing spiritual. Okay, so you did your environment, you did your vessel, you did your body, and now we got to do your spiritual. You need to cleanse your spirit. So what is that? I want to say going out on walks is really good. But what's suggested here directly is, yeah, with I want to say walks. Okay, definitely. Swimming, like total submersion, like diving, even taking swan dives. We got the goose right here, so you know what I mean? And then I want to say wind baths work too, okay? And then I want to say standing. You saw it's got the bare feet. It's making me think of those birds that got the blue feet. Those are such cute birds. So, anyways, they're not dodos. They're something else. But yeah, anyways, they're saying I want to say taking your shoes off. That's terrible. I'm not allowed to take my shoes off. Yeah, see, you might be someone that's like I don't ever take my shoes off anywhere I go. I'm the type of person that wears my shoes at the beach. Whoa, okay. They're saying you gotta get grounded physically. Okay. So how do you do that? I want to say you can do salt baths. Epsom salt works really great. Get a nice scented one. Why not? It smells good. Get a scented one and light a candle. That right there will literally ground you because of the salts. Okay? Salt is very grounding energetically. Okay? Spiritually, though, I say wind baths, waters, diving, like rushing, gushing, not just like a shower, like something very nice and I'm gonna say fun. So like go visit a lake. It's nice out lately, okay? The snow has melted. Don't be the penguin. Okay, go dive into some water. Go get in the beach and take your shoes off when you go to the beach this time. Take your shoes off and actually maybe just listen. If you're someone who does not ever do anything like this and you're like, listen, I'm not doing that. I'm not here to fight you. I'm not gonna fight you because if we fought, I'd win. I'd beat you. Kidding. But yeah, the goose, all right? Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. So that's why I said you must take time to self-reflect in order to learn what to create next. You have to go out to get experience to learn what you create next. That's why I said if you're having a drought, you got to go out and get new material, just like with Jerry Seinfeld. You got to go live your life, okay? You got to put career on hold. You got to put that leadership on hold and go be on your own. I want to say no one around, no showboating, no one to show off to. You're just doing you. So you know what I mean? That builds your authenticity because then eventually you go crazy and you start to, you know what I mean, realize that everything you're doing is for you now. So some people sit around and do nothing. And when they sit around literally doing nothing, it's like, yes, people get bored and people get confused, but eventually you got to do something. And if you can't never do something, they're like, that's a huge problem. So you have to be able to find solo activities and solo hobbies. This is what's going to gain you some spiritual, stuff towards your spiritual gift. So when you're creating and then you run dry, go get some life experience. Go start hanging out with your friends. You got to get grounded. You got to get out there in the world and see things, okay? And do all sorts of different types of cleansing rituals. Okay? The goose is, like I said, if you're someone who doesn't do any of that, like, I'm not going to jump in a lake, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, they're saying to just at least go to the beach or go somewhere and just take your shoes off. 5 minutes. 5 minutes a day, See it as a challenge. Can you handle 5 minutes a day for 1 week of going outside and just standing in the grass? Can you do it? Like, that's not very hard. Can you do it? I don't think you can. You'd be surprised. A lot of people can't. So maybe comment in there if you want to take that challenge and you let me know how you feel in a week. I know how I feel in a week when I do it and feel great. Right? I don't do it often no more. Okay. I'm from Florida. I love to be at the beach. That's part, oh my God, the beach is scary. I have to protect my feet really bad. So it's like, I'm afraid of them getting hurt, but I'm definitely going to go to the beach and do it. That's like, I feel like the one safe place other than my yard. I'm cleaning my yard. I'm keep making sure it's clear so I can do it. But yeah. Wash away your weary spirit. Wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades. So you see what I'm saying? It literally, I didn't even read the card and I said it in a billion words first. So I guess I could have just said it like that. I need to stop explaining so much, but I feel like when I do explain, it's because whoever the majority of the people watching, it needs to be explained because everything is always on a time scale. So it's like, I don't know where you are in your journey specifically. And apparently a lot of people are everywhere. Some people are at the very beginning and some people are at the end. Some people might have already done all this and they're like, this is an old story, lady. Get it out of here. Okay. Labyrinth. Okay. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. See, the labyrinth path, the path to oneness, authenticity. Okay. That's why I said that's like with the island of Crete again. Go look that up. Maybe something with Greek mythology and things like this. Go look that up. I want to say get in touch, start learning some more. Learn about things. Like I said, learn about you, then learn about other things. Let it, you know what I mean? If you're someone who hasn't gone down the rabbit hole in a while, do it. But this time, if you're someone who loves to go down the rabbit hole, here's another challenge. Go down the rabbit hole of you. Who are you? Start discovering who you are and learning out all the secrets and things like this and all the things that society has lied to you about, you know, things like that, like to, for identity and for authenticities. Definitely. So start going down the rabbit hole of how you can discover you. You start, like I said, with birth charts. And then from there, you might learn some more. You'll pick up some astrology. It'll be really nice. And then you can go to life path numbers. And then you also pick up some nice general knowledge about all sorts of people, okay, from the astrology and also from the life path numbers. And then, yeah, that's why I said anything and everything that draws your attention, go explore it. And even if it only holds your attention for 5 minutes, you might have ADD. If that's the case, don't worry. Work with your ADD. Your ADD is a gift for you in this department. You got to see it as a gift. Anything you see, you still don't see you're handicapped if you have such things. They're gifts. So your ADD, like I definitely likely have some ADD in me. So it's like um, coming from someone who can sympathize with it, right? It's a gift in its own rights. So it's like if you only cared to read into your birth chart for 5 minutes, that 5 minutes was all you needed to know right now. Your soul's like, that's enough. Go do something else. Because I feel like if you force it, it's gonna make you distasted. You're not gonna like it. You're not someone that likes to be forced into anything, right? So it's like you're someone that only does something for you. You're authentic. So it's like see it as the best thing you can do for you is explore you like full-heartedly. So if you're a conspiracy theorist type person and you like to, like I said, go down the rabbit hole of yourself, and you're gonna go down that for a while. Okay, you're gonna need to be resurfaced, and you're gonna need to find other people just to get you out of it, because you're gonna start learning about yourself, and you're never gonna stop. You're never gonna want to stop, and then you're gonna start learning just from being awoke. That's why I said it's your gifts. These are your gifts, okay? And this is how you work them. So I hope that was good. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't talk your ear off too much. So I'll talk to you later, and bye. Let me get a drink. All right. Option 3, the carnelian. Okay. It's actually pretty clear. It's a very pretty carnelian. Let me scoot the tiger's eye over. Okay. So this is how will you develop your spiritual gifts, okay? I want to say you got to go on an adventure. I've been telling that to everybody though, but it's like my eyes directly go to it. Oh my, the dog. Okay. How cute that that pops out. I just put my doggy here. This is my little cookie jar. It's the cookie jar. It's my doggy. It looks just like my Murphy. Okay. And his head goes off. You put cookies in it. I never put cookies in it though. I put my own cookies in it. Okay. I got my own type of cookies that I put in there. Oh my cookies. Okay. I got my cookies in there. But yeah, the dog card. I want to say that's definitely loyalty. Okay. So maybe you're gifted in loyalty and you want to know how to work your loyalty. Maybe like you're tired of people not being loyal to you. Yeah. You must be very loyal. Okay. I'm going to say obedience. Like you're an obedient person. So how are we going to develop your spiritual gift? I don't know. You're obedient. I want to say you're ready to learn. You're eager beaver. Okay. Your loyalty, faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. So maybe you're, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you're a little lost and you're looking all over the place. I want to say you're looking all over the place and you're doing too much. You need to hone in more. Self-reflection. Okay. You need to be on your own a bit. I want to say, and maybe take some time out from something. And we got authenticity. So it's like you got to remember, I want to say your own goals, not other people's. Okay. So it says your hard work is paying off. So I want to say you learn through work. That's for sure. You develop through work, hard work. So you're probably someone who's always been having to work hard. Work hard for something, I want to say. Commitments. Like I want to say, okay, this is making me think spiritual gifts with working and the dog. It's like because we got relationships over here, all sorts. Any type of relationship can spiral from those three cards. So it's like it's saying that like you're meant to be someone, I want to say you're a loyal person to anyone you meet. You're a very extremely loyal person. Penguin, but you're all alone. Like it makes me think of someone who's got like a billion friends, but nobody's around them. Authenticity, you're on your own. You know, the gentleman, you're sad. You're like, I'm all by myself, kick rocks. No, it's like kicking rocks. Okay. It sometimes make me think of that, the kick rocks, okay? Something about a relationship didn't pan out. I don't know, but let's focus on your gifts. How will you develop your spiritual gifts? Harmony, that's more like getting in touch with yourself. I want to say you have to learn to be on your own. You're a dog without a pack. And I want to say that your spiritual gifts, you're a lone wolf. That's the authenticity card. You're stone cold, I want to say. You know what I mean? You're not sitting around kicking rocks like that. I'm saying this is from your soul. They're saying like, you know what I mean? Like you don't deserve that. You don't deserve to be all on your own like this, like all lone wolfing and working and all work and no fun. You know, tell me about that. Like it's working, it's paying off, but it's all work and no fun. All right, okay, she is literally steaming those bed sheets with that stick. She's churning them like butter, and she's working out. All right, so maybe you're working out. She got some strong arms to do that, you know. So yeah, but you're looking good, okay? Yeah, it's paying off. Everything you're doing is good, and you're being very loyal to your cause, I want to say. Like you're definitely working. So, but how do we what is how do we develop your spiritual gifts? I feel like you're developed. You've been on an adventure, and now you're in a point of like sitting around like waiting for it. So, okay, I want to say you're done. You've like yeah, like we pay the music for you, okay? The end, the death card almost like it's the end. Like you did it. You definitely have developed your spiritual gifts. The learning never stops. We're not these cards are not saying it's over, but they're saying basically whatever you're doing, okay, is exactly what you need to be doing. Coffee black. I feel like you're like perfect. Like I'm on point. Like you're definitely, I'm gonna say instinctive, and you're following your instincts. And this is what's really helping. And yeah, I feel like you're doing everything right. The bardo, yeah, someone could you could play a song. Like you know what I mean? Cue the song. It's happening. You know, water. So I guess this might just be advice for motivation to keep going or something like this. Maybe just to help you remember your spiritual lost but not forgotten. Yes, that happened. I said it before the card came out. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say with your emotions, something with your emotions. You've been putting your emotions on the back burner and you've been only doing nothing but work and you and looking good. And like I said, Nine of Pentacles right here, like a big slap Nine of Pentacles here. And you even like walking with someone playing like a mariachi band behind you, okay? Because you are the man, the woman, the shit, all right? But something you've lost and forgotten something on this path in your authenticity. And you've well learned, I want to say, what your spiritual gifts are. And you know what I mean? You might have others that are buried in there, the adventure card, nothing ever stops, you know? But your commitment's being tested right now. That's a message to you. So if you're, like I said, you're wondering what's next, what's next, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just keep working? And they're saying add water to your life. So I want to say maybe go out to the water and cleanse, but something about being protected. So they're saying don't worry, you'll be safe. I want to say this is a loyal dog that never goes off the leash, so to speak. They're saying to go off the leash, like go off leash for a bit. Go relax. I want to say go enjoy what you've worked so hard to achieve. Okay? If you've worked out and worked on your body, go to the beach and feel good about it. People are going to look at you and it's going to be like, yeah, that's kind of what happens. If you didn't want people looking at you, then don't go to the beach. But if that helps you feel good, like that helps with your, I'm saying we're trying to like get you wet again. You're dry. You're iced, I want to say. You're not necessarily dry. Some of you are dry because it's the first thing that came out my mouth. But iced up, all right? You guys are locked up. You've locked your heart away. And I'm not here to make you find love. We're not here. I don't see no love cards right now. So, except for threshold. So, it's like eventually, one day, possibly a relationship. Who knows? It's way over there. We don't know. We might not get there, you know. But lost but not forgotten. So, you're lost right now. But I want to say you're not forgotten. Never. Okay? You've been cheered on and fluffed up. You are awesome. And you know it. I want to say you're sexy and you know it. All right. But something you've forgotten. You didn't forget that, but you forgot something with work. As I'm saying, work has distracted you. Working so hard has distracted you from water, from being a melted, emotional person. You've detached from your emotions. You've turned off your humanity switch. Okay. So, you need to go out there and do something. I want to say go on a journey. Ten of Swords, like maybe this is helping you. Like, and you're like, thank you, clarification needed. You're spot on, Nikki. I love it. I've been in a Ten of Swords moment. Maybe it's one of those types of moments for you right now. Ten of Swords, it's over, all right? You've worked your ass to the 10. You are done. You're about to start back at 1, all right? And that's also when you start meeting people. So you need to get out there and start meeting people. That's when you start meeting the knights, the pages, and the queens and the kings. Okay, when you lift your anchor, okay, there's the anchor card, and you move your boat. So it's like, and it's water, it's not ice. Can't move on top of ice. That boat can only move if there's water. So if you want to make spiritual progression, wherever spirit's trying to lead you, and I'm in, then you need to unfreeze your ice, Zuko. You can't just crash through there into the village and destroy everything, all right? Closed book, Ten of Pentacles. Like I feel like you closed your book. You feel like you did everything full circle. You came full circle. There's nothing more for you. You might even have a relationship. Maybe that's why we're talking about it. Maybe you have a happy wife. As I said, any relationship stuff can be here. You can have any relationship status here today. This is not about that. Okay? Not at all. And I'm here to tell you that you're injured. If you've closed your book, it's because you're injured. Because we got the caucus right here with all them sunflowers. I want to say a bruised ego. Do you see the math there? Because it's the sun and it's a caucus and it heals. And the sun is your ego. So you need to heal your ego. Closed book. You don't feel like you're worth opening. You don't feel like you're worth talking about. I feel like you definitely fucking are. Okay? It'll heal you to talk about yourself. Because why? Lost but not forgotten. You've done forgot yourself. That makes me think of retapping in on your memories. Like I was saying in one of the piles, I'm a memory lover. I remember things and I just love them. And I retell them because you don't You know what I mean? I'll never forget them because I'm someone who locks in those memories. So it's like if the memory's been locked, I won't forget it, but I can always recover it. So lost but not forgotten. You might have a mind like that. That's part of your spiritual gifts, if so. So they're saying go, you know what I mean, do some looking through your files, okay? Stop working. That's what I said. Stop working so hard. Don't stop working, but stop working extremely hard. You've already earned it, I want to say. This guy's exhausted. It's time for you to get inside that car. Once you get inside that car and have that car drive you, okay? You're no longer no one's fucking chauffeur. Maybe you used to do like Uber Eats or something like this, or a taxi service. Maybe you used to be a taxi driver. Taxi drivers are fantastic jobs. Every taxi driver I meet, I always talk to them about things. And I was always told by my father, he used to drive a taxi, and he told me basically, um, taxi drivers know the city very, very, very well. Like a lot of people that immigrate to other countries or other cities or things like this that move, people that move around a lot, they get jobs as taxis and deliverers so that they can learn the city that they live in extremely fast. So mostly, usually people I want to say that are naturally gifted at, I want to say, locking in a photo identic memory, so to speak. Maybe you have that. That's a spiritual gift, and you need to start. That's what it is. You need to focus on that. So you've been working your spiritual gifts over here to get all of your abundance, I want to say, and to get you in this position so that you can chill and I want to say open your own book and start reading your own book and remembering your memories and sifting through them, even the bad ones, even if they make you cry, okay? Even if they make you freaking sad, your spirit guides will say are here to try to tell you that you need to do this. Water, you need to release. That's what the water is. You need to let out some emotions. You're iced up. And this isn't necessarily, like I said, romance. You need to go out there and find romance emotions. That's what I said. I never called it. Because even though I see water, the first thing I see when I see water is I think hearts and cups and love and Pisces and gushy, mushy, mushy. All right. And I didn't feel any of that right. And like, never, not even till now. I said, so you back in the baby. Blow the dust. Okay. Maybe. All right, yeah, with the lover behind it. Maybe one day, whatever. I don't know. Or maybe you have it. It's not an issue. That ain't the issue. It's like another day. We'll discuss that. Dance, having fun. Allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. So I want to say, if you're someone that sleeps all day, they're saying to maybe start to sleep at night. Do the reverse. Like start to maybe go out in the day and sleep at night. Or if you're someone that sleeps in the day all day, they're saying like or whatever. I confuse myself. You get the point. Reverse your sleeping schedules, I want to say, because you could take time off. You have relaxation days, vacation days, something like this. You know what I mean? You have the ability to do this somehow. So do it. And yeah, crack your book open and remember, it's making me think of like even a photo book, you know what I mean? Like looking at things. Goddess in reverse, yeah, because you've fallen off your main path. I want to say you got an important life. It was a great life. It's a good life. Like one that you earn, I want to say, one that you've earned yourself. The life of, I want to say, the Midas touch. Okay. Do you necessarily have any responsibilities? I want to say, not necessarily. You're someone, I said, that's what this is in the middle here. You're someone who's been very good in so many lifetimes, lost but never forgotten. You might have feel alone or you might feel on your own, but whatever you're connected to beyond the beyond, you know what I mean? Wherever you are in the spirit worlds, you know what I mean? You've been so good and loyal and faithful towards everything like that that this is your life. This is your time. Okay. You're not meant to be working and slaving away like this. You're really not. Okay, you have strong Capricorn in your chart possibly, so it's like you do that. But let me tell you, that's just because you got this in you. Use a goddess, use a god. You know what I mean? You're a king, you're a queen. You got it in you like that. You got the authenticity card. So it's like you push people, like you mean you're a boundary pusher, like you're a threshold pusher, like you push yourself too far, I want to say, is what's coming out here. Yeah, that's about getting some fun and relaxing, okay? Something about your eyes, like I want to say that it's saying it's in your eyes, like your eyes are looking exhausted, okay? hmm Agapanthus, okay? Words of love, speak with your heart. So that's making me think of talking with someone that you love, harmony, someone in your family, maybe giving calls to your family members and reconnecting with them and going over past memories with them. That's going to be really inspiring for you. I want to say you need to get inspired, okay? And if you need to be inspired, they're saying it's because you're locking up your emotions. So in order to get more inspiration in life, I want to say you have something much better to achieve than what you've already achieved. You have the Midas touch, so it's like, don't stop here. They're like, now that you've done this, you've earned some long, hard-earned rest. Take time off and read your book and your book about you. You know what I mean? And your memories. Look at some old photos, reconnect with some old family members, talk to things, something about like maybe family reunions. You might be someone that goes to family reunions, okay? That's what I'm saying. You're with the dog card, you got a pack. Packs are everywhere, okay? They are everywhere. It's like a soul tribe, so to speak, but it's the same concept. So it's like you got a pack of people, like, you know what I mean? Like you got a pack. You might be on your own, single. You know what I mean? If what male or female, we got the lady card on her own, we got the Lord card on his own, next to the dog card. So it's like straight up like she wolf, alpha male, like, you know what I mean, lone wolf, whatever. But they have packs. They go, "Ow," and people come. All right, they call out, and then people come. Their peoples come, and also leaders and followers. You're someone that's meant to be the leader of your pack. Okay, you probably recognize this and know this. This is why you've done so well. And they're saying that you need people with you. You need someone to follow you. I want to say you need followers. So you might even have a huge pack. I want to say you might have a pack, a whole wolf pack, right, behind you. And that's fine. They're like, but you need someone by your side, I think. Okay, this is when the Pisces starts coming out. But listen, to be fair, the words of love card popped out, right? The word love has hit the table. So that's when I'm like, hi. Okay, Pisces moon here, and I'm sitting at home. So that's like, what's up? Let's talk about those emotions whilst I'm in my environment to do so. All right. Responsibility, success, become a person of power and status. Okay. Your destiny, where you're going, and your career. Okay. If that doesn't slap you in the face, I don't know what will. Can I fix it for you so you can see? I don't got the brightness up, obviously. I messed that up, but I just now realized. So I'm trying because these cards are very glared. But yeah, there you go. That's pretty good. So yeah, you did that. You did it. You're awesome. You know what I mean? You did it. So now focus on, I want to say, melting your ice and getting in touch with your emotions. Privately, personally, any emotions, I want to say they might make you angry. You might be very quick. You might be an Aries. You might be really like quick, but remember that you're an Aries. You're going to get over it. It's not going to weigh you down for a whole day. You might end up having a good cry or a good laugh or a good moment, and then you know what I mean? You talk to someone for an hour or two, and it's a big, exciting thing. Like it might take a lot of energy for you to do things like that. And it's saying that's what you done accumulated all this awesomeness for, so that you can do that at your own pace and you know what I mean? And I want to say reconnect to you. And then once you do that, you'll know where you want to go. You'll know where you want to go next. You might want to go right back to work and feel super fucking refreshed. And then that's gonna in turn like double your awesome. You know what I mean? Because like I said, let's not forget the Midas touch. You have the Midas touch, all right? You have it. So, and you've worked it. So it's like, take some time off now. You deserve it. Okay, go have a vacation, I want to say. Travel to go to an island. You know what I mean? Go take a vacation, go sip a margarita. All right. That's a funny story. Okay, reading's over basically. But you're career driven and that's fantastic and it's a part of you. It's never going to stop. What is this? The 10th house? You have 10th house with the Capricorn card. Okay, so you might be a Capricorn, but you definitely got some strong Capricorn energies flowing through you. All right? But you have to take time off from working and go relax. End of discussions. Okay? This card always makes me think of a Virgo at home, like being a good Virgo, like being like all up in their positive energy. All right. So they're saying, but Virgos are, you know what I mean, they'll take care of themselves. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? You take care of plenty of others. You're the leader of a ginormous pack. I want to say the biggest pack ever. All right, the most awesomest pack. All right. And but you can't like that. It doesn't end there. What's gonna happen to your pack if something happens to you? Think about that. Your pack's not going to have a leader. I think that's pointing to lineages and making children. So I don't know, maybe that's what the threshold card off in the corner is. If you're someone that's already did that, like I said, you could have that already, then yeah, so I'm saying you're chilling, all right? Just start taking more time off. But if you're someone who doesn't have that, I feel like after you take your time off and chill, you're gonna end up starting to work again and you're gonna have a great time working, but then you're gonna go ahead and I'm going to say start looking elsewhere. You're going to start looking for something else. It's not going to fulfill you as much as it used to, but it's definitely going to be something that you need in your life because one, just it supports you, and two, I have a feeling that it's something that's just really good for you. It's something that you enjoy to do. At the end of the day, you like doing it, so you do it. You know what I mean? You're gonna do it. You don't got nothing else going on necessarily but your work, maybe. And you're like, well, I ain't got nothing going on. I might as well do my work. You know what I mean? You might work from home. So it's like it's very easy to get stuck in a work cycle, an overworking cycle if you work from home and you're someone who likes to be home and you're someone who likes your work. So they're saying, come on, chill out. You've done put all your emotions aside. It makes me think of like when I read tarot. Me, I chime in because I love to bring myself into the equation here because I mean, come on, I want to enjoy this with you like we're buddies and I'm reading to you like you're literally sitting next to me right here and I'm kicking it with you like you're my kid or you're my neighbor or you're someone I know, you know? And it so it's like in my mind you're right here. You're my iPad in a sense. That's why I have a hard time. I forget to look at the camera often, but because I'm so zoned in. But because of that, it's like well, I don't remember the point now. Okay, well, that's the end of the reading then. The reading's over. So I hope you have a great day. I had a story too, and I don't remember that either. So either way, it just wasn't meant to be said. That's how my brain works for me. Right? All of a sudden I'll have a memory skip, and I don't know what the hell's going on. And I'm like, that means it wasn't meant to be said, at least not right now. So I move on. So I see protection. It's like some type of protection shot through my mouth. And like, not now, don't say that, Nikki, don't do it. And I'm like, sorry, I don't remember. And I really don't remember. So I hope you enjoyed. And hold up, before you go, if you're someone that's here still to the end, also Sacred Muse, thank you. I forgot to thank the last person at the end, Allie. So if you're here, Allie, thank you for your request that I did. And it says, the next one I'm doing is what are you destined to do in this lifetime? Okay, that's kind of what played out here almost, but no, we're going to get more in depth to it in that angle. And I'm going to do that one the next. Like I said, I might do it later tonight or tomorrow. Depends on how I feel. I'm about to go smoke. The sun's going down. I'm going to go out there and poi my ass off. Okay. And after I do that, I'm hitting up, I'm going back to the playlist. And so, like I said, go ahead and feel free to shoot me out a comment anytime you want, if you want to request. And I'll definitely put you on the list. Don't worry. The list is here. So I'll get you on the request line. Okay. So hit me up on your request line. I'll be your tarot DJ. All right. It's the best I can do because I don't offer personals. So, you know, and also I feel like the reading's half the battle, like half of it's your job to read to you at the end of the day. You need to be the one to read to yourself through me. Like you need to hear my messages. I definitely tell you things clear as a bell, but you need to hear through me random messages too that's part of it. Okay. So I hope you have a good night. Don't mind me. I'm swelling. I had allergies today. My nose has been blocked. Everything. She had to take Benadryl. I was like, I'm pretty okay, but she, you know, if I take Benadryl, I'll be passed out. So that's what I say. So I hope you have a good night. Bye.